Hello, and welcome to the Dreamscom'22 Party Video Jam. We asked the musicians at Dreams to come up with hype party songs for Dreamscom'22, and then we asked the visual artists at Dreams to make videos for them. We've received all of these submissions here, and I'm super excited to just dive into them. First up is one from Tricobalt called The Boy, The Beast, and The Bass. This uses music from Black Cat Tracks in Nipo9 and Ryguy0415. Tricobalt, thank you for entering the jam, and I'm excited to check out this hero's journey that is far from over, that comes live from the Dreamscom Stadium.
He unleashed his strength. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 the monster now fell, cheering the victory, they sounded the bell. The story of the boy they started to tell, that any such monsters the boy would repel. But it doesn't end there for this boy of steel. For using his powers he began to heal. The hurt and the wounded got healed by his call. The buildings repaired from wall to wall.
Wow, an incredible new track from Black Cat Tracks in Nipo9. And like Ryguy0415, it's a remix of that by Black Cat Tracks. But that video is incredible. Such amazing use of bake to paint to have like a hologram effect on the characters fighting in the stadium. And it's incredible that we had like ourselves alongside, you know, Mega Penguin and Connie, Tricobalt, and all sorts of other Dreams characters like watching along. It's an incredible stadium, an incredible scene, great choreography. It fits the music. It's absolutely marvellous. I'm still a bit blown away by the bake to paint to create that hologram effect. It really worked for those characters in the middle of the screen, and they were incredibly animated as well. Amazing stuff, Tricobalt, and thank you for entering the jam. We now move on to a submission from Bead28. This uses music from HackerBoy303 that was remixed by Ryguy0415. I had a sneak peek at this one earlier on, and it's exceptional. I think you're in for a treat. If you are aware of the style of bead, and that that they like to bounce and stuff, then you'll appreciate it even more. This is the first time that they've made a non-interactive, non-looping video, and they've done a fantastic job of it. Sit back and enjoy. Amazing, right? Then there was Cam in the City. I just love the way that Beat has taken their love for bouncing and put it into this new format of, you know, the non-looping, non-interactive video. I think it's incredible the way it cuts to the visualizer at first, and of course you see that bouncing, and then it cuts to the city, and you see the city bouncing. I love the camera cuts to the people in their own apartments bouncing away with all of their furniture, having this shared connection between each other in their own apartments, but also being independent from each other. Everyone's bouncing for Dreamscom'. It's absolute hype. It fits perfect with the music. And hey, Beat, thanks for entering the jam. It's really cool. And I know you stepped outside of your comfort zone a little bit for it as well, which, you know, I really appreciate. Amazing job. We now move on to a submission from Subob14. This is Dreaming of a Convention. And they say that they could make this into a remixable template. They just need to tidy it up a little. It does contain some flashing lights. Also, shout out for Tuesday, check out their booth in Hall 22. Here we go, Subob, thank you for entering the jam. Amazing. It's Dreaming of a Convention from Subob14 using a brand new remix of Emblem as well. It's really great, and I wonder if it will eventually come out as some sort of remixable visual template as well. That would be cool to have other people use it. It's amazing. Subob, thank you for entering the jam, and I will definitely be checking out your booth in Hall 22. Now, we move on to a submission from Ninja Mike in collaboration with Mythical E and Akitsu. This is Mr. Clean, a song originally made for a Dream Sounds jam, and it's also combining the community headphones challenge, I believe. So yeah, this is cool. Here we go.
Pardonnez-moi. About to pass through your hood and destroy the cart. Make you catch whiplash and snap your neck. Better stay buckled up, look back and check. Make sure your trunk does not eject the dope bass line from this fat cassette. Rewind that back to catch what's next. Mythical on the cuts lets me catch some rap, and y'all ain't even know the half of it. I can do it off the top like manuscript, so when I actually write, lightning could strike. That's what happened when I listened to my track last night, the new Enoch one. Deadbeat detective, ninja on the mic, can't be detected. That's why you can't hit what you can't see. I am the type that you can't beat. That's what you gotta do on the MIC. Keep it moving like a train in the NYC. Probably hurt your head trying to spell like me. Dr. Dre might know where your brain might be. This is the mad skills from back in the day. Had a passion in the past in a passionate way. Got my old flame back, time tested and true. Keeping time like a track, always measure the move.
It's really cool, right? It's great to see the community headphones project used, and it's a great song made for a previous jam. Great to see these collaborations happen. Nice to see a little shout out to Chuckle Fun. Really cool, great job, and I'm sure that the partiers of Dreamscom will be loving it. It's not like, you know, a non-interact, like, you know, it loops, right? So it couldn't make an auto surfing playlist as long as it loops. That's just a heads up, but that's a very easy thing to potentially change if you want, and also if you don't want to, that's okay too. But it's amazing, like, yeah, thanks for making it. And there's a whole bunch of amazing community headphones that people have made in a collection that I'll be showing off later on as well. Now we move on to the first of a few playable things made for the jam using the music. This first one is from Kwazan. It has music from Jason2915 and it's an ISOMarble remix. I played it earlier on, I set a score. I very much enjoyed it. ISOMarble is an incredible game with a very easy to use template that results in fun things. I wasn't aware I was first. But here we go, let's do arcade mode. Dang, that was not a good start, but here we go. There we go, we done it, and we got a new personal best as well. And I know there's room for improvement, we could do even better. But it's great to see like brand new ISOMarble remixes still continue to get made. ISOMarble's great. We all love that sort of retro marble action, but with a modern polish. Kataya done a great job with the game and the template. And Kwazan, thank you for entering the jam. Now again, it's not, you know, like because it didn't necessarily fit that brief of the like, you know, non-interactive things, like it's not going to be able to make that playlist or stuff, but I still really appreciate it. It's a fun game, you know. I'm totally up for checking stuff out and playing it, and I ultimately, the idea of these jams is to just get the music and stuff a bit more love and recognition, and to have like cool things exist in the Dreamiverse, so it's totally okay. And thank you for entering the jam. I love your games. And we've now got another one of them, as we have the first Kwazan Super GP remix. This is Amethyst Styles. I also checked it out earlier on, and it is a really well put together Super GP map with a different vibe from some of the other Super GP tracks that you've played before. So yeah, I'm excited to share it. Let's go. It's kind of cartoony in like a really cool way that just works. Damn, I shouldn't have checked out Connie so much. Don't drive in Connie, everyone. But do you see what I mean about being really cartoony? I love the way that they've implemented a lot of things from their previous creations, such as the Jelly cubes from Jelly Jumpyard and various other things, and the big Miyoki like Bard Connie. And there was a sign from Dax the Dog Adventures. It's really cute and cool, the music suits it, it's very cartoony but it's very cool, and Super GP's awesome. Love those turtles on the balloons. There we go, new best lap at the end there as well. That was a nice surprise. Kwazan, great job. This is a really cool Super GP track. Like, it's an amazing kit, isn't it? It's so easy to use, and then you can create your own aesthetic around it. And pretty much no matter how you place the pieces, you just can't go wrong with the track itself. And I do love, like, yeah, the track and the area around it as well. Like, amazing job, and thank you for entering the jam. It's really cool. Yeah, see, here's people saying, yeah, look, amazing track. I love your advertising Dreamscom with banners and things related to it. Enjoyed it. The event is coming next week, as you know. So there we go. You know what I mean? We're just trying to spread a bit of love here. Kwazan, great job. Thank you for entering the jam. We now move on to the first of two submissions from Brandon Boy. This first one is Youthful Memories. It says live at MNC Fest. I guess we're having MNC Fest. This is so yeah, they used Keitano's Remixable stage, and it's a remix of their Dreams Fest entry. Okay, so yeah, Brandon Boy, here we go. Let's check it out. Thanks for entering. That was cool. That was Brandon Boy with Youthful Memories. I could hear like remixes of various tunes in there, and it's really cool. And I guess it's also a remix of their Dreams Fest entry, or maybe it is their Dreams Fest entry. I'm not 100% sure. Dreams Fest is coming next Friday, so it's an absolute hype week for Dreams. Like Dreamscom' Tuesday, Dreams Fest Friday. It's going to be cool. We now have, actually, I'm going to do first. We're going to go to the second Brandon in a while. Right now, we're going to play a submission from Gam Trap, which is a video jam debut. It's called Dragon's Fire. And Gam Trap, thank you for entering the jam. It's always great to get a debut, and I'm excited to check this out. Also, if you don't know Gam Trap, recently they have been streaming on Twitch, and they've been putting together a bunch of cool sculpts. Like, for example, here's one here. Here's another. So you can check them out doing that, and also check out their work in game. But anyway, here's their submission to this jam. It's cool. It's a really cool sculpt set in a magnificent scene. I'm not necessarily feeling the Dreamscom'22 party vibes from it, but it's okay. Like, ultimately, it's a showcase for the music and a showcase of sculpting skill, and it's a wonderful scene. And I'm just happy to see cool things get made in the Dreamiverse. So Gam Trap, thank you for entering the jam. We've now got a submission from Jeff492. This uses the music Reflect from Bath. Jeff, thank you for entering the jam. That's Appiolo in the chat. That was really cool. Amazing visuals for the Bath song, Reflect. They really worked. It was some sort of like alien planet and alien structure, or maybe even man-made, but whatever it was just fascinating. And those lights as well. It's just really cool. Jeff492, a Piolo in the chat. Thank you for entering the jam. We now have a submission from Boyman. This is Happy Things, and apparently the placeholder, or rather the visual, is just a little bit placeholder for now. They say that after a few failed, slightly more ambitious visual attempts, they reverted to form, bunged some things into containers, made them move, and then liberally applied some visuals. Bonnieman, thank you for entering the jam. I'm excited to check this out, and I bet it's cool, even if it ends up not being placeholder as well.
A snuggling purring kitty, the moments you giggle and laugh without meaning to. The wonder of the beautiful sunrise that has your smiling above you looking and filled the whole sky. I feel the smell and feel of a good warm hug from a good friend, ice cream with all my favorite toppings. The smell of edges and crackle of a warm light along the street, and the sounds of autumn leaves and they rustle gently across the gray little snowman on the sidewalk, singing fresh fishes that are extra sweet and juicy. The way wildflowers grow along the roadside, the moment when you discover a little baby the sound of gentle morning rain when you gradually come awake after a chocolate warm blanket on a cold day, snuggling purring kitty in the moments when you giggle and laugh. Beautiful clouds are small, looking with all my favorite toppings. The smell of gentle cracker, of warm fire, autumn leaves swing, and they rustle gently across these little snowmen on the sidewalk. That are extra sweet and juicy, the way wildflowers grow along the roadside. The moment when you discover
Really cool, very hypnotic, and that's just marvelous. Even if that is just a placeholder visual, it's very cool. But I can also see how by like attaching, like yeah, I can see like the evolution in the idea, and I look forward to seeing how like your visual style evolves over time as you learn more things, and it's amazing. Bonnie man, thank you for entering the jam. It's awesome. Now we have two more submissions, unless there's something in my notifications. We're on to second seconds, and right now we're gonna have a visual for Emblem 2 by Jeff492. Here we go. That is really cool. At first, I thought, who left the smoke machine on? This nightclub's a bit smoky. But then it turned out we were actually on a descent towards a planet. And we landed, we picked up some goods, and then we flew away again, all to the soundtrack of Emblem. Jeff492 at Piolo, thank you for entering the jam. It's really cool. And now we round the jam out with a submission from Brandon Boy, which is a text video for the Alan Maniac remix of You Waste My Time, originally by Stevie128K. Brandon Boy, thank you for entering the jam. Let's go. there we go. That was pretty cool. Again, I never necessarily felt much in the way of like Dreamscom party vibes, like from that submission there. But it's cool. Brandon Boy, Alan Maniac, You Waste My Time. Originally by Stevie128K. Now I'm just checking my notifications to see if there's any other submissions, but I don't believe there are. So that does bring us to the end of this week's jam. And it's been super cool. I hope you've all felt suitably hyped for Dreamscom. I certainly have. And yeah, that all kicks off on Tuesday. And great job everyone who entered the jam. Thank you for doing so. And we must now find out what the new jam is going to be. So let's go.